Confused? I know some of you must be feeling slightly confused when I go through the HTML concepts. Don't worry, I myself find it confusing while I first started learning HTML. In the end, it's the experience and practice that make me understand things better in programming. This is why this course is structured in such a way that practical coding is heavily emphasized. Let's look at how we can learn to use the HTML that we had learned in the previous lesson. Hi, in this video, we are going to see how we can use what we learned in our last video on our WordPress blog. Here is one of our blog posts that we have created earlier. Let's start to see how we can use some basic HTML tag to style our content. Remember to click on the text tab here. I think I will try the strong, bold, and italic tag all at one go. So, strong here for the first blog post. The italic tag for the thank you. And maybe improve to be in bold. Let's update and see what happens. Now when I go view the post, as you can see, the first blog post is in bold and the thank you is in italic. The improve here is also in bold. However, if you notice, something is wrong here. All these are actually italic. Maybe I have did something wrong in my coding. Let's go back and check. Here you can see that I've entered the wrong tag to close the I tag. Instead of entering I only, I have entered li. Now, when the tag is not closed, the effect will propagate to the rest of the content. That is why we see that all these tags after that has become italic, although we didn't plan to do so. Now let's change this to I and see what happens. Let's go back and refresh the page. As you can see here, this is what we expect and what we want. With the first blog post in strong tag, making it bold, and the improve in bold tag, making it bold as well, and the thank you in italic, making it italic. Let's go back and try adding a list. I think I will show you two kinds of lists at one go here. First, the ordered list. I think 3 list items is a good amount, for example. Notice how I have all the list items in the same line here. For HTML elements, the spacing between tags does not matter. Now, if it's a spacing between the HTML tag and the content, it matters. But for spacing between two HTML tags, they do not matter. Now let's move on to the unordered list. Okay, let's update and see what happens. If I refresh the page, here you can see that this is the ordered list, which has a numbering, and the unordered list using the dot notation. Also notice that how we have a bit of margin whenever it's a list item. Now let me show you how to insert the heading of a list. In this way, you can have the heading of the list in alignment with the list items. Now, what if you don't want the heading of the list in alignment with the list item? Let me show you how. Simply use another container to put the title of the list first, and you can achieve this effect.